Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Sorry if my face has some powder on it and my hair is different than some of my previous videos. But anyway, I'm doing one of those videos where that you would see on YouTube or on another channel where there's so many videos of a certain show, that kind of thing. So I'm doing that with my TikTok videos. So let it begin. I know I do. I've seen all 8 Harry Potter movies, read all 7 books. I even have the DVDs and the books. So, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. As a child, I actually shaved my eyebrows. I got caught doing it. And now that I'm an adult, I actually believe that it was the stupidest, dumbest thing that I've ever done. I won't do it again, though. Never in a million years. Okay. The question that I get a lot, especially when people are talking to me in a private message, is, what is your profession? Now, I tell people that I don't like talking about it because I just don't. I don't like to talk about what I do for a living because to me, that's my business. If I want to share oh, I work for this company or I work for that company, then yeah, I'm telling you this is what I do for a living. But if I'm telling you I don't like talking about my job, then I want people to respect that I don't like to talk about it. And it makes me uncomfortable, why? Why don't you want to talk about your job? Well, it makes me uncomfortable talking about it, and I don't feel like sharing what I do for a living. And plus, it annoys me when people ask me that question, so I hope that answers your question. I literally and physically do not feel comfortable sharing what I do for a living because I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable telling people what I do for a living. If people think that I just sit at home on a daily basis eating and doing whatever, that's what they can think. They can think that all they want. I just don't feel comfortable sharing what I do for a living. That is my right. If I don't feel comfortable sharing what I do for a living, that is my right as an individual. No one can force me to share what I do for a living. If you as an individual pressure me into telling you what I do for a living, I will literally and physically and emotionally shut down. You have to respect that. If I don't want to share what I do for a living, don't force me. Otherwise, I don't mind if other people share what they do for a living. I don't mind. And I honestly don't mind if people ask me what I do for a living. So, anyone who is a current follower or a future follower for my TikTok account, I don't mind if you ask me what I do for a living. If I tell you up front that I don't feel comfortable sharing that kind of information, please respect that. Well, I have 2 choices because I have one for a boy and one for a girl. If I ever have a boy as my first child, I will name my son after my grandpa because my middle name comes from my grandpa. And if I had a girl, I would name my daughter after my grandmother. So my grandparents are at least my maternal grandparents are Dean and Lily. So my kids, whoever comes first, depending on who it is, which gender comes first out of me. If it's a boy, Dean. If it's a girl, Lily. Okay. So, here's something that I want everyone to know. I hate my disability. I I really and truly do. And I know that hate's a strong word and everything, but I mean, it has positive features and everything, but what I hate the most about it is not being able to reach for things that are on a higher shelf. Like, you know how at like a grocery store or up at Target or Walmart or at a clothing store that's inside the mall, you know, at your local mall? Well, yeah, it sucks. For my disability, I have what's called skeletal dysplasia. And here's what it comes with. Sorry about the exercise balls and that thing right there, but it comes with having small hands. And yes, I have cute hands and small feet. And yes, I know 3 of my toes on each foot are smaller than others. I just hope that people understand that for someone like me, working in like a store, like a grocery store, or at like places like a retail store, like I don't know, Spencer's, it's gonna be hard to like, you know, for me to like, you know, put things on a higher shelf. So, and I know that some of you want to know, like, well, if you have that disability, what's your source of income? Well, that's why I don't like to, you know, talk about what I do for a living. It's because of my physical disability, you know? I mean, what do you guys think? And before anyone wants to know, am I in pain because of my disability? I do have my days, because sometimes my joints will become stiff, but that's why I crack my bones at times. I know it's a bad habit, but I have to do it at times. I have more than just one favorite sport. I have 3. My favorites include basketball, baseball, and football. I may not watch them on TV a whole lot, but I still love them. I prefer playing football, basketball, and baseball rather than watching them on TV. So, yeah. And the reason why I like baseball so much is because of my grandpa. So, just putting it out there. I am physically, and I really do mean physically, 4'10" tall. So compared to me to someone who's a little over 6 feet tall, or compare me to someone who is 5'1" or 5'5" or 5'7", yeah, I'm short. And I've been this way since I was 18 years old. I'm 30 now. I'm both. Because I have days where I'm a night owl, and I have days where I'm an early bird. Okay, so I'm making this video to each and every one of my followers who are supporting my side of this for the question of what do I do for a living. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, because without you, it'll be on a continuing struggle. And so, and to those of you who keep asking, like, why can't you tell us what you do for a living? Why? I made the decision because it's my choice as an individual. I created the boundary of revealing not to tell you what I do for a living. That is my choice, not yours. So if you cannot respect the boundary of letting me not tell you what I do for a living, then you may move on and watch other people's TikToks. Am I forcing you to watch my TikToks? No. Because It's your choice whether or not you watch my TikToks or not. It's the same with me and my friend Stevie. I like reading. He doesn't, because he's not a huge reader like I am. So I can't force him to read all the books that I have or anything like that. I can't force him, because I don't want to be that kind of slave driver. So I want him to make the choice whether or not, as a friend, whether he wants to read one of my books or not. So you have the choice as a free individual to watch my TikToks or not. And you are more than welcome to ask me questions. If I choose whether or not to answer them, then that's my choice. You cannot force me to tell you anything that I don't want to tell you. So be respectful when it comes to me telling you I do not want to talk about what I do for a living. So you can either be respectful and move on, or you can not watch my TikToks and move on. So it's totally up to you as the individual. So be happy, be sad, be angry, be whoever you want to be. So have fun with that, people. I have 2 favorite colors. One of them, because this is number 1, is blue. I like all shades of blue. Excuse me. And my second favorite color is purple. So, hope that answers your question. I am a Scorpio. I wasn't lying when I said that I don't feel comfortable about what I do for a living. I just don't feel comfortable sharing. I really and truly don't feel comfortable sharing what I do for a living. Yolanda, for real, you and those who are, peer pressuring me into saying, what do you do for a living? For real, just drop the subject and move on. I've already said my piece about it, so for real, just drop the subject and move on. You and everyone else who are trying to peer pressure me into say what I do for a living need to drop the subject and move on. If we're talking pet-wise, my favorite animal is a dog. But in general, I like dogs and owls. And one place I would love to live is somewhere in New Zealand, or somewhere in New York. I like to dance, but not like a whole lot. Because my dance moves, like for real, they suck. So if I did a video, like a YouTube video for that, then not just me, but everyone can say like, oh, you suck. Because it's the truth. I do suck at dancing. I can swim because we have a pool here in my apartment complex. And I do like to swim. Yes, I do live alone. Let me check something real quick. Mom! Yeah, see, I live alone. Straight up honesty here. No, I don't ever wear makeup. I have literally tried in the past, but my natural look is what I prefer over makeup. So what you see is what you get, on a daily basis for these TikTok videos. I'm not saying it to be rude or anything. I'm just saying like my natural look is what I prefer on a daily basis to wearing makeup. Sorry, but my dance moves are straight up horrible. Unless I'm learning a dance from let's see, like the Just Dance video games. Also, I'm learning something from that. Then you can see my dance moves then. But since I don't have the game up for my PS4, and since I don't have a Nintendo Wii, sorry guys, can't do it. So, but making up a random dance, yeah, my moves are horrible at that. Like straight up horrible. And I agree with my own statement for that. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right here, right now. I'm when it comes to like, cooking a meal and everything, I live alone. Like for real. I had to mute my TV because I want to make sure that you guys hear me and everything. But I live alone and I only cook for one person, so I don't make one of those huge meals for like that's family wise and everything. But one of the meals that that I can buy at like the store that I can cook on stovetop and everything is one of those eyes meals. The ones that you use on the stovetop. My favorite kind of, flavor from the Bird's Eye brand is the chicken fajitas. I do get bored. It's just that when I'm out, like, say that I'm with friends, for example, okay? And we're at the mall and we're going to the stores. Whether we're window shopping or buying stuff, okay? Then the following month, we go out, we go to the mall again, and the thing is that we'll go to the same stores. The thing is that after a while of doing something like that, it gets boring, right? So, for me, yeah, I get bored of doing the same stuff every single day, but I try to find something new for myself to do. Like putting a puzzle together or doing my writing or playing video games. I keep myself entertained by doing stuff, for myself to keep myself mentally, mentally entertained. Other than that, I get bored, but at least I try to keep myself entertained. At least I try. No to both questions. Why? Because first and foremost, I will have to learn how to drive, and with my short stature, I'll have to move the seat up. Second, I take public transportation. It was what I grew up with, and it's what my mom taught me. And I know that the next question is going to be, do you want to learn how to drive? Do you want to own a car? Not really, I really don't. I mean, there are days where I'm waiting for the public transportation, like, this bus needs to hurry up. But I'm okay with it because, for me, finance-wise, and it's cheaper for me to just straight up take the bus. But when it comes to, grocery shopping, I have someone take me to, the store and help me out. I do. It's just that the last time I went on vacation was a little over a year ago. Back in 2012 when I was 20. So, it's not that I can't afford one. It's just that, where would I go? And trying to decide, how much would it cost and stuff like that. So, yeah. And would I love to go on vacation? Yes, I do. I also have to, decide, where would I go? And finance-wise. Okay, you asked if I go out. I do. And I go out to, do things on my own time. Like going to, to the 16th Street Mall by myself. That kind of thing. I also go out to go grocery shopping because, I gotta eat, right? And on top of that, I go do stuff with, some people I know, like my friend Stevie. I go over to his house and hang out with him. I also go do fun stuff with a teacher that I've known since I was 11, 12 years old. We go do fun stuff together, like going to the bookstore to get some books for me to, upgrade my book collection. She and I also go to, the Museum of Nature and Science out in Denver, the Denver Zoo, that kind of thing. So, I do go out. I do go out and do stuff. I just don't do do it as often as I want to, even though I live alone. Actually, that is on my bucket list of places that I want to go. I would love to go to New York because I want to pay my respects to what happened back in 2001, even though I was a fourth grader at that time. So yeah, I would love to go to New York one day. I'm a Scorpio, so that's between the 22nd or 23rd of October to November 21st or 22nd. Recently, I haven't traveled anywhere. But growing up though, I have traveled to Kansas, I've traveled to Florida, Ohio, North Carolina, or South Carolina, and I've traveled to Chicago. Those are the only places I've been to out of state wise. In the state of Colorado, I've been to Colorado Springs, I've been to Lakewood, I've been up to Sterling, I've been up to I've been to Denver, I've been to I think that's about it. To be fair, because I can't think of anywhere else I've been traveled to. I've been down to Florida once, and that was due to me being in the foster care system. Since then, I've always wanted to go down to to go down there to go do ECOP and visit, do Disney down there, as well as do the Ranger Con that's down there. Other than that, I haven't really, thought about Florida that much, Unless if I went with someone for, Disney and everything. Before I answer this question, I just want to go on record here and everything. Do I want to learn how to drive? Yes, I do, but you also got to think, I am short. And I will be short for the rest of my life. And unless you want me to get into it like a car with the seat pulled up to the point where it can't go no further, then yeah, you don't want to see me do that comically. So I will take public transportation for the rest of my life as long as I'm living and breathing. So, and honestly, straight up, I don't mind taking public transportation. I like it. It's cheaper for me. Okay? It's cheaper on my end, finance-wise, to take public transportation. I just need, as long as I know where I'm going, it's cheaper on me. So, any other questions for that? Actually, funny that you should mention New Zealand. I have a list, actual country bucket list of places that I want to see. New York's one of them, as well as New Zealand, England, my home state of Illinois, California, Australia, those kinds of places that are interesting to me. So, hope that helps out. I would love to come to Texas, because I actually have a godmother who lives down there in the San Antonio area. So, I would love to come down there and visit her, I actually wouldn't know, because I've never been on a cruise in my entire life. But I would love to be on one, though. I would love to take a cruise somewhere, on the water, and just, have fun, My mom is from here. She was born in Chicago, Illinois. And my dad, as far as I know, is from Haiti. I don't know too much about my dad because I never met the man, to form memories of. And the last time he saw me, supposedly, was when I was 2. Drink plenty of coffee and read as many of my books as possible before the last day on Earth, like down to like the right final second happens. That's what I would do. But who knows? We may never know, right? Okay. So, since everybody wants to know since you want to know what I use and what kind of recommendation to give you for shampoo wise, well, here is from my point of view, okay? I don't know what kind of shampoo to recommend because I really don't know. But I will show you what shampoo I use. This is the shampoo I use. And there is a conditioner for that one, for the coconut water and aloe vera. So, this is what I'm currently using. So, hope that answers that. Straight up, I'm actually glad you asked this question, for real. Because there are a lot of changes that I want to make to the world, but I want to name my top 3. The first change I want to make in the world is to find some land, whether it's close to like the store or anything like that, and make sure that there's a bus route, have a building be built there to, so that way people like me who are on disability, well, it doesn't matter whether you have a learning disability or have cerebral palsy or have a short stature like I do, they can live there. The second thing I would change in the world is cancer, because I want to make sure that any kind of cancer, whether you have a tumor or ovarian cancer, I want to find a cure for that. I want to make sure that scientists find a cure for any kind of cancer. And the third thing I would change is making sure that we have enough trees in the world. So those are the 3 things that I want to change in the world. So if any of you want to share this TikTok, please do. If not, that's fine. You don't have to share it. You can just watch it again and again and again. Straight up, I have heard of the word diet. I am not joking. I am not playing. I have been on a diet. Last time I was on a diet, my foster mom wanted me to follow her example. Be on the liquid diet. No. I will crash and burn. Like I did last time before I went to live in a foster home. I crashed and burned. And look at how I am now. I crashed and burned. So, and plus, diets do not work out for me. So, if I want to eat healthy and exercise, I will. I just need to eat everything in moderation. So, to all of you who want to exercise and eat healthy, do things in moderation. Not a joke, do things in moderation. Otherwise, you're going to have fat around your heart, and you're going to have muscle cramps, and you're going to be having diabetes like me. So, yeah. So, do things in moderation. So, I'm doing things my way. I'm doing things in moderation. That includes eating healthy and exercising. So, unless you want me to personally cuss you out in a private message, I'm more than welcome to do that. And if TikTok decides to ban my videos and my account, they are more welcome to do that. But I'm just stating the facts here. I'm doing things my way to be healthy. So unless you want to be my personal trainer here on TikTok, then fine. You may do so. But I'm doing things my way. And you're more than welcome to go on my journey to my doctor's office and see how much I weigh. But until then, please let me do things my own way and in my own time. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but that's how I feel. So, yeah, have fun with that.